Welcome to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast. Today is January 4th, 2026, and we're breaking down the big moves from yesterday's trading session. U.S. markets delivered another mixed performance. The S&P 500 closed slightly higher, the Dow Jones lost ground, and the Nasdaq saw modest gains. All eyes were on surging Indian equities, fresh highs in large-cap names, and a handful of companies making headlines. We'll also cover the continued pressure on the rupee, key fundraising news from a major Indian conglomerate, and the latest stocks buzzing on social media. Let's jump into the stories shaping the global markets right now. First up, India's Nifty index kicked off 2026 by soaring to a fresh all-time high, closing above 26,300. The rally was led by heavyweight stocks like Reliance Industries, which gained over 2%, and a strong showing in metals and banks. But under the surface, about 58% of NSE 500 names actually declined in December. That means this rally is concentrated at the top. For investors, this signals that while momentum is strong, breadth is narrow, so caution and careful stock selection are key in the current environment. Turning to currency markets, the Indian rupee weakened by 22 paise, closing at 90.20 per dollar. That's a new low, pushed there by disappointing economic data and persistent foreign outflows. A firm U.S. dollar and strong demand from importers kept the rupee under pressure, even as falling crude oil prices and firmer Indian equities provided some cushion. For market watchers, continued RBI intervention and any reversal in fund flows will be critical for the rupee's next moves. On the corporate funding front, Adani Enterprises announced it will raise up to 1,000 crore rupees with a new non-convertible debenture issue, offering rates up to 8.9% annually. The move lets Adani refinance debt and fund new growth projects. The company also plans a major rights issue worth over 24,000 crore rupees by March, much of it aimed at reducing promoter loans. For bond investors, this is a sign companies see current rates as acceptable for long-term borrowing and suggests steady demand for high-rated corporate paper. Social media was buzzing about 5 major global stocks this week. Retail investors on platforms like X and Reddit's Wall Street Bets focused on Target, Taiwan's Semiconductor, Alphabet, better known as Google, and more. The chatter centered on AI growth stories, fourth-quarter retail updates, and chip sector momentum. Volumes in these names increased as retail participation remained high, reflecting how crowd sentiment can amplify short-term volatility in popular stocks. Finally, back to sector themes in India. Metals surged again, with the Nifty metal index up nearly 6% last week. The warning signs of overbought conditions are flashing. Meanwhile, auto stocks like Maruti Suzuki and TVS Motors broke out to new highs after impressive year-end sales numbers. In banking, both PSU names and private lenders like HDFC Bank gained ground, showing investors still favor cyclical exposure as growth expectations pick up ahead of budget season. To recap, the S&P 500 closed up just a few points. The Dow was off slightly, while the Nasdaq edged higher. The Nifty set another record despite narrow market breadth. The rupee hit a new low, and sector leaders remained in focus. Investors should watch for corporate earnings, budget previews, and any signs of renewed global fund flows in the days ahead. If you enjoyed today's roundup, be sure to subscribe and follow us for daily insights that help you stay ahead in the markets. See you tomorrow.